Good, you?
Good. They have a very talented quarterback who seems to have a real grasp on running that offense the way PJ wants them to run it. What are the challenges of having to deal with him?
He's super athletic. I mean, every time he has the ball in his hands, obviously you got to be well aware, and everyone's accounting for what he can do in the run game, and he also throws the ball pretty well. So to me, there's no drop off from the senior quarterback that they had a year ago to this year. They look just as dangerous.
Given PJ's kind of design of taking what the defense gives, do you have to be very careful with your aggression if you choose to employ any of that?
Yeah, I mean, this week is a totally different philosophy. I mean, you don't want to be on your heels and you don't want to be reactive the whole day, but you got to be very careful in what you do because, they have an opportunity to offset and exploit you if you get caught in the wrong call.
Is the margin for error that much smaller against an offense like Georgia Tech's? Because it seems like one misassignment can totally blow up.
Absolutely. I mean, there's such a big emphasis on 11 guys on every play doing their job. I mean, that's always the case, but you can, at times against other offenses, get away with somebody who may not do what they're supposed to do exactly. In this game, everyone's got to be on point all the time.
They rank, I think, fourth nationally in time of possession. Is there any precautions you can take with your defensive linemen, especially knowing that they're going to be on the field for a long time?
I mean, no. I mean, we just have to get off the field when we have our opportunities. I mean, really, it's more on our shoulders, and we know that a big part of their game plan is to be able to keep the ball. I mean, so that's just kind of who they are and what they do. So we have to steal some possessions. We got to get some takeaways during the game, and then when we have the opportunities to get off the field on 3rd and 4th down, we got to get off the field. We can't allow them to continue to move the sticks all the way down the field.
With the emphasis on defending what they do, the simplicity of what they do in some respects, but they do it so well. How hard is it to guard against the fact that they do pass efficiently when they do throw, and they sort of catch teams napping and they get big gains on that?
No, I mean, we're super aware of how well they are passing the ball and how efficient they can be. I mean, we do 7-on-7 for them just like we do it for anybody we're playing because we have a high level of respect for what they do in the passing game, and that's a big part of what they do when the opportunities are there.
How did you handle preparing for this offense during the offseason?
Well, we spend, we always spend extra time as a staff doing it. So there was about a week in the summer that we worked on it together as a staff, and I made sure all the coaches here were kind of up to speed on how I thought we needed to attack it. And then during the course of the year, we kind of visited intermittently because this is so different. If you wait for the game week to start getting ready, it'll be very difficult. I don't think you'd really have a chance.
Coach Fedora was saying that it's really hard for the guys to really realize and get used to the speed of that offense until the game actually starts, and it might take a couple of series before they get adjusted to it. For that reason, are in-game adjustments more vital against an opponent like this versus against a traditional offense?
Yeah, yes and no. I would say what Coach Fedora said is absolutely spot on in terms of it's really hard to simulate with scout team what this looks like. But on the flip side of it, I try not to make a ton of in-game adjustments for an offense like this because our guys knowing what to do is way more important than always being in the perfect call. If there's something hurting us, we got to make adjustments, don't get me wrong. But I want our guys playing fast because they're confident in the calls we're making, the ones that they've practiced over and over and over again.
When they got a
we have had the same group kind of repping this for a long time, and they've gotten pretty sufficient doing it. We have a couple guys that were option guys in high school, repping the quarterback. That doesn't necessarily simulate the speed or anything else, but at least they have an idea of how the progression and the option works.
To piggyback on the adjustment thing, when they got out to that 21-0 lead 2 years ago, did you guys make adjustments at that point, or was it just the guys handling their responsibilities better?
Yeah, I think it was twofold. We did tweak a little bit of how we were playing the front. That was adjusted, and then two, we got a lot better at what we were doing. I don't know if I was up in the box in the beginning of the game, and I came down, and I think when I came down on the field in the second half, you could tell there was a little bit of the anxiety at first, and then with the backers, at least I can only speak for them, they seemed to settle down as the game went on, and that's just from seeing their facial expressions and their body language on the sideline. And once they started getting some stops, they started getting some confidence. The first 3 series of that game, they went down and scored. It's not exactly how you draw it up to play with a lot of great confidence. But after we settled down, we played a lot better.
Did you come down?
Yeah, I came down in the second
down?
half.
Did you settle them down, or
No. Well, I came down because I thought that they needed. It was the first game I had been up in the box away from them since I had come, and I thought it just helped to have the presence back on the